Yeah, it was nice. I mean, something that was weighing on my mind for sure the last couple games. Obviously I want to produce and score. And going into the season, I thought I was going to be able to score a bit more with the things I worked on this summer, so that was weighing on me. But it is what it is, and I've liked my game. Sometimes I just don't go in, and for me, I was just, even if I didn't go till another 10 games I was scoring, if I kept playing the way I was going to be happy with it.
How do you assess the 60-minute performance from the group tonight?
It was pretty good. I mean, everyone in the room, knew we needed that win, and I thought we had some really good stretches of hockey, and obviously they had their chances. But I think overall we've been, playing a lot better.
Quinn, what's the thought process on the goal there? Like, you look pretty determined on that shift. You almost set up Brock, and then just like a whole bunch of open ice.
Yeah, I think just for me, recognizing when I have those moments, like when I'm in the O-zone and you can see the other guys are tired, and trying to get one or two more of those a game, because I think, when you get the puck like one or two times in a shift like that and you're feeling it, that's when you can really take advantage of different plays. So, yeah, I mean, I really wanted to score, so that was something that was on my mind. And
how good did the 3-game win streak feel for this team right now?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I was saying earlier, it's probably been the hardest season for a lot of guys in this room mentally, starting 0-7 when we thought we were going to start really, really well. And at least for me, it's been tough. And to get above 500 now and 3 in a row, I think it means a lot to everyone in here, and we just got to keep it going because we know that it can change quickly. But I think that the way we're playing right now, we can keep stringing it together.
Bruce,
you made that goal look easy. Was it as easy as it looked?
No, I mean, it's not like I do that every game. It took me a long, long time. Bo came up to me and said if I wanted the puck, and it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. And for me, I think that shouldn't happen for me. But at the same time, sometimes you go through a stretch like that, and I felt like I was hitting lots of posts and just not, getting the result. But like I said earlier, I've been happy with my game the last 10, 15, 20 games. So. Just got to keep that going, and if the results come, great, and if not, it is what it is.
Bruce talked this morning about coming out of the Christmas break being an opportunity to reset and sort of move past what happened in the first half of the year. Do you guys feel that as well?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a really tough first half, and it was weighing on a bunch of guys. But in the same time, we got through it, and we're game over 500 now before January, and we're in a pretty good spot. I'd say we didn't get to this spot till early February last year, so we're right on track, and we just got to keep it going. And we got some tough road trips coming up, so we got to grab all the points we can grab.
We're a couple days off for you here. You're a guy who plays a ton of minutes. Just a couple days kind of reset.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, sometimes for me though, I the break's nice, but also it's tough. I remember last year we had 5 days off, and I came back and I was just dying, and so it was nice. We only had 2 days here. That's a good number, and felt good tonight.
Your player's always confident with the puck on your stick, but is there a little added now that you got one goal on the stat sheet?
Yeah, for sure. I can kind of, can't stop thinking about it. I got to kind of see if I can get 2 and 3 and 4 here, but just try to keep rolling.
Yeah, really important. I think everybody's probably a little bit rusty, but also mentally recharged after spending some time with family and loved ones, and getting to step away for a second. I think that's a really important game to start on a positive note for the second half.
How about for you personally? You talked about you maybe not liking the number of goals you'd let in some recent games, so improvement on that tonight?
Yeah, and it was a team effort. I don't think the chances were as high as some of the games that the goals against were high, but that feels good, and it's going to build confidence as we go here.
A couple of athletic saves in the third period there. Is that kind of just some confidence building up to that point from having a good game?
Yeah, I think it's just, I didn't skate for 3 or 4 days, right? So it's just trying to battle and make saves, whether it's diving or whatever. But on a couple of those, like the D, actually got stick on it too. So it was a full team effort, just crowding the net there.
How good does it feel when the puck hits the glove on that one where you dove across with about 10 minutes left there?
Well, I wish it did, but it actually hit me in the armpit. But don't check the replay.
What about for you personally? You had the Edmonton game off. You'd started 8 in a row before that. First time at this level, obviously. Like, do you feel you could benefit from a little bit of a rest and a reset?
Honestly, no. But it was a huge moment for our team when Deals goes in there and plays amazing against some of the best players in the world, or the best players in the world. So that definitely helped me, extend my break and just reset. Like the 3 games before that, I don't like those results. So that was important. But I think that for me, I've always felt that rhythm is my best friend.
What's it like to know that your captain's going to score 2 goals every game?
That's great. He usually gets 1 tip goal and 1 wrist shot off the rush, and that's perfect.
I thought, the first 2 periods, I thought we were pretty good. We contained them fairly well, and it happens a lot. You wish it wouldn't. You warn them a lot, but in the 3rd period, when you got a good lead, you always sit back, and the other team seems to take it to you a little bit. Lucky when we got the opportunity in the 3rd, I think we'd score a goal to sort of quieten them down, and Marty played really good in the 3rd period. So, you'd like to see it more complete, but I thought that's 2 games in a row with under 3 goals against in a game, so I'm not complaining.
How good did you feel for Quinn to score his first
goal?
Tonight?
You knew he's been trying, so hard for him to score, and you just sort of knew it was going to be a pretty one, too.
Do you draw it up on the blackboard?
No, I don't draw. I can't do that many circles.
A couple of your players talked about the team getting its swagger back. Do you feel that?
I don't like that word, but I think the team is starting to believe in themselves a little bit, and I think that's important.
The way you're lining up right now, would you say that's as much top 9 depth and balance as you've had all season?
Yeah. All season, it probably, and I know he didn't have a great start to his season, but when Pearson comes back, I think it'll add to it. But what we have, quite frankly, those 3 centers that are as good as anybody.
You seem to have Horvat and Miller matched up against their top 6, their top 2 lines. Was that to kind of free up Pettersson to play against?
Yeah, especially at home, it makes it easier. Petey's our best offensive player, and sometimes if you can get the matchup where he's playing against the 5-6D, I think it's an advantage to us.
Like your goaltender tonight, it seems like there's times where he just hits this groove, and that's when it looks like he's playing at a different level.
Well, it looked like that he played like he knew Delia played a good game the other night, and that's always great to have that little bit of goaltender competition, and I thought he was superb, especially in the 3rd period when, the way this year is with comebacks in the NHL, that if you everybody can come back, and there doesn't seem to be any goal number that is impossible to come back from. So he held it until we got to 5-1. If they had made it 4-2, I think it would have been a little dicier. But he was the stopper when we needed him to be.
Has Ilya Mikheyev been the player that you thought he would? Has he been better than you thought? He came from a high-scoring program in Toronto, and I think some people wondered if he was a product of that environment or if he could replicate that, and here he is with 12 goals already.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. He's on his way, touch wood, to have his best year, but he's playing higher up in the lineup too, and Toronto was, give them credit. Their top 6 is as good as, maybe better than everybody's, but he never got a chance to be on that top 6, but he's come in slowly but surely. He's, getting better every game, and I think feeling a little bit more confident about his role, and when he does that, he certainly got the talent to score goals.
What have you seen from Besser since, as he said, things bottomed out for him?
Well, I think, tonight's an example. When Bess is shooting the puck, he's dangerous, and I think he plays better when he feels like, he's contributing. He's always been a contributor, and I think one of the problems was he felt he wasn't contributing, and so now that he's starting to feel that, it makes it a little better for everybody.
A couple pretty nice assists as well.
Yeah.
Is his vision something that people maybe should talk about more?
I wouldn't call it vision. I call it his hockey sense, knowing where people are and stuff. But it's good. It's elite. That's why he is. He's been a wanted commodity by the Canucks for so many years.
I'm sure it was a little bit of a difficult decision to break up Hughes and Shen, but what are you thinking about the new pairings that you've seen with Bear now in there and Stillman with Shen?
Oh, I think it's been pretty good so far, especially the last 2 games. And hopefully Dermott makes his debut, this week sometime. So hopefully we're getting better at that spot.
What do you like about Bear and Hughes playing together? I mean, a couple.
Well, they're
smaller
both
guys.
quick.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're both quick, and they can both jump into the play. And when that happens, and they don't have to play against the other team's top line, it frees them up to be a little more aggressive offensively.
Is it more of a surprise when Bo doesn't have a 2-goal game at this point?
Boy, he's having what's that, 25 or 26? I don't want to say anything. But he's having a pretty good year.
What about the job you guys did? You never like to see a guy injured, but their defenseman was hobbled on that 3-1 goal, and you guys were sort of relentless and attacked and took advantage of an opportunity.
Well, I mean, that's what good teams and good players do. They take advantage of their opportunities, and that's you know, it's like seeing blood in the water. If you're a shark, you go after it, and you know, I mean, nobody feels sorry for anybody else on the other teams. Nobody feels sorry for us, so we just go out and do what we can.